what is RDS, Relational Database Service. So this is a service that is being offered by AWS, and this is a database as a service, DBaaS. So we cannot consider this as a database as a service. It is more of a database server as a service, but people always call this as database as a service. So we also go with database as a service. But so what is database as a service? AWS is providing you database as one of the service to you. So it is completely managed. You don't need to take care of anything. Everything comes managed for you. So you just have to create database on the RDS instances and start integrating with your application or your websites, right? So it is a managed database instance for one or more databases. You can host one or more databases on the RDS instance. Okay, so what are the databases that are supported? So the RDS supports MySQL, MariaDB, PostgreSQL, Oracle, and Microsoft SQL. So it also supports one of the proprietary database that is developed by AWS, that is Amazon Aurora. So this is so different from normal RDS. So it is a separate product. So I will be explaining it in another master class. You can expect that in the coming weeks. So this week we will be concentrating only about our relational databases and other databases except Aurora. Okay, so these are the databases that are currently being supported by your RDS, Relational Database Service. Now let's talk about RDS database instance. So basically, database will have a connection with your CNAME. So that is canonical name. That is what you need to use when you're trying to access your RDS instance. So do not worry about this. So I will show you how to connect to your RDS instance and everything. But till then, please bear with me. So I will have to go through all of this and only then I will go for the demonstration. So RDS uses standard database engines. Okay, so the database can be optimized for your db.m5 general, db.r5 memory, and db.t3 for burst. So if you're going for a general usage, go with db.m5. If you're going with the memory optimized, so if you want more memory, so then you go with db.r5, which is memory optimized, and burst optimized, it is db.t3. Okay, so when you provision an instance, you provision storage that is dedicated to that particular instance, and that storage is EBS storage located in the same availability zone where your RDS is located, right? So RDS is vulnerable to failures in that particular availability zone. For example, if the EBS volume fails or if it is not working as expected, then RDS will also fail to operate, right? So the storage that you select, the EBS volume that you select, it can be SSD or magnetic. So depending on your use case, you can go ahead and select it. So I'm just giving a high level overview of RDS. After the demonstration of RDS, you will be more clear on what is RDS. We will be looking into some of the details about RDS in detail. Okay, so don't worry, this is just an overview of RDS. Okay, and billing is per instance. That means you will be paying per instance and hourly rate for the compute. So RDS will comes with instance and also storage. So this is billing for instance will be hourly basis you are billed. So for storage, you are billed for storage allocated. So how much ever storage that you are consuming, you will be paying for that particular storage. So this is just an overview of your RDS.